All right, guys, so someone wanted to know, how did I get interested in the Philippines? So I'm going to tell you. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Amanga to my Filipino people. It's almost like a tongue twister. Filipino people. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I greatly appreciate my faithful subscribers that keep watching me for whatever reason that they're watching me. And I guess I got in it. I guess I talk about things that you guys like. But I can't please everybody. But I'm doing what I know. Okay. So someone wanted to know, and this question came to me a while ago. They want to know, why am I so drawn to the Philippines? Why am I interested in the Philippines? How did I come around to be just so focused on the Philippines and nothing else? Like no other country, nothing else. Even though I've never been to any other countries besides the Philippines. So people just want to know. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on why Philippines is so embedded in me, okay? And I will say, on a daily basis, I think of Philippines all day long. While I'm here in the United States, when I'm working, I think about the Philippines. When I'm at home, I think about the Philippines. When I look at my asawa, I think about the Philippines. And it's on my mind all the time, ever since 2009 when I first arrived in the Philippines, okay? Right now, I'm in the United States working. But ever since I went there, I could not get the Philippines out of my brain and out of my soul, so to speak, out of my body. It's just there. Like it's not going to go anywhere, okay? And I feel like a piece of me belongs to the Philippines. I feel like a piece of me is the Philippines. I don't know. I can't explain why, but I just do, okay? I feel like almost like a family bond. I feel like part of that belongs there. Part of me belongs there. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. And I do have a video on how I met my wife. And I may put that, you know what? I'm going to get that video and I'm going to put it in the comment section at the top, okay? So go to the comments and click on that video, and that's going to show you how I met my wife. And it's funny too. So I did a baby food challenge with her while we were talking. So please go look at that and leave a comment. But how did I become so attracted to the Philippines? And this was an ongoing process, okay? So like when I met my wife, at the time I met my wife, I was going through a divorce. We was already separated and I was going through a divorce. But I was working like two jobs. I was working two jobs at the time. And this is around the time when Yahoo was the big thing. Yahoo Messenger was the big thing. And eventually Yahoo Messenger had a camera set up to where you can actually see the people. So it was either Yahoo Messenger or Skype back then. Some people still use Skype now. Yahoo Messenger is gone now. There's no more of that. So very quickly I was online. I was in the music chat room in Yahoo because I was a professional DJ. I used to DJ at clubs, weddings, all kind of events. And I was in a music room navigating through these different rooms, and then I just happened to see a picture. It was a name in a room that was kind of strange, so I clicked on it. It had a TV around the name or next to the name, and it was her. It was my wife, okay? And we talked, and it just kind of grew from there, okay, until I eventually went over there. But if you want to hear the whole story, like I said, go look at the video. So I first arrived in Philippines. It was a culture shock when I first got there, because I did not know what to expect. I just thought, and just by talking to her on the phone, and just by knowing what I've learned about the Philippines here in the United States, I thought the whole country was poor. Okay? I thought that the Philippines didn't have nice things. And I thought everyone didn't have nice houses. I didn't think there was a McDonald's there. I didn't think there was a Pizza Hut there. I didn't think there was a KFC there. I didn't think there was a 7-Eleven there. There's a lot of stuff. I didn't think Nike was there. I didn't think any branded things was there. I did not think any of that existed, okay? I just knew of what I've learned throughout school, okay, and what people taught me. Now, it is my fault that I never dug deep into what the Philippines really is about and what it is. All I learned was it was a jungle, and all they had was people were living in the jungle in Bahay, you know what I'm trying to say. People living in things like that, and people didn't have money. People running around in the streets and like all this stuff. And it was completely false. I mean, it's not false. It's true to some extent, but the other part I was never taught. I was never taught what it really looks like, how there is modernized things over there, how there's restaurants, and just like here, people can go out and eat, go shopping. Like, I didn't think none of that existed, and I feel so bad because I was an idiot and didn't know that. Like, and trust me guys, believe me when I say this, there's a lot of people in the world that think that they just think Philippines is a very poor country and no one has anything, and that's their fault because they're not researching it, okay? And it's my fault because I didn't know it, but now I know. I mean, like, I just know. So I learned all this stuff when I got there. I was shocked to see those things existed. I was shocked to see some of the poverty. You know, kids asking for money. Some kids, they don't have shoes on. You may see a couple kids that don't have clothing on because they're small and they're running around, whatever. It's not like they're running around from their house to the mall or nothing like that. They're like in their neighborhood or whatever. I was shocked to see, you know, the poverty, but I got to see both sides of that. I got to see the poverty. I got to see the modernized areas like Makati, BGC, Tagaytay, Davao City, which my wife is from Davao City, and you know, I got to see all that stuff. So after being there for a month, the first time I went, I realized that all the people are so nice. All the people are nice. They will give you anything, even if they don't have much. They will give you anything. They will share their food. They will share their drinks. They want you to go party with them. They want you to hang out with them. They want you to enjoy pretty much life. Okay? I'm gonna stop right here because I have to go in here and get something here in a moment. And they pretty much want you to enjoy everything that they have. They want to, Filipinos love to, I gotta let the window down. Filipinos love to show off their country. They're not ashamed of showing their country. They're not ashamed of showing anything about the Philippines, because to a foreigner it's very interesting to see these things. Okay, very interesting. It's like a one of a kind thing that we've never seen before. Okay, it's just different. It's not like a person's going to Florida okay? It's not like a person going to California or New York. It's nothing near those things. It's not like that. It's a whole totally different country category. It's in its own category. Nothing can compare to it, okay? And also when I was there, the food, I enjoyed the food. Philippines has some of the best tasting food I've ever tasted. Like things that I've never tried. I started to be more open-minded. Once I was there for a month, I realized like I need to be open-minded and I can't be selfish and not, hold on guys, I can't just be like narrow-minded. So I tried everything that I felt like it's okay for me to try, okay? And when I did, the first time I did get sick, okay? Because you got to be careful about drinking the water. So I did get sick on that part. And it lasted for about 2 weeks. I was sick. But the food is delicious. I found out, you know, most foreigners are turned on to adobo. Filipinos love to show and make their adobo for foreigners, okay? And any other dish. The chop suey is delicious. My favorite, I'm going to tell you guys my favorite dish, okay? By far, this is my favorite dish. You ready for it? Okay, my favorite dish in the Philippines is kinilaw. I love that dish. I love it, I love it, I love it. Like, I cannot get enough of that. I've never had nothing like that in my life. The very first time I tasted kinilaw, listen guys, the first time I tasted kinilaw, I was at the Mall of Asia. And my wife said, let's go here and eat. We're going to eat at this place called Gary's Grill. And we ate there with some friends. And she said, I was like, I don't know what to get. She said, okay, well, I'm going to let you try this, okay? And then we're going to get this, we're going to get that, and get that. So they bring this dish to the table. And it has these cut up cubes of white, like chunks of meat with, I don't know if it had tomatoes in it. It had, I think there was cucumber in it. It was like some vegetables in it, and some type of sauce, right? And then it was like a vinegar tasting sauce that was in it. I do definitely remember cucumber, okay? So she like, try this and see if you like it. It's a little bit spicy, and the good thing is they didn't make it extremely spicy. It was just a little spicy. So I got some of that. And of course, my wife, you know, Filipino women, they like to shove things in your mouth, okay? Some of you know what I'm talking about. If you got a Filipino wife, if you're eating, she may get some of her food and just stuff it in your mouth. And you just gotta get used to that, okay? While you're eating, she's feeding you. But, so she stuffs this in my mouth. And I'm like, what is this? She said, you don't like it? I was like, this is delicious. This is so good. Like, oh my God, let me get some more of that. And then she said, do you know what it is? I said, no, but it's so good. I said, what are these cubes right here? So good. So it was, I believe it was, I want to say marlin, but it could have been like some type of bass or sea bass or some type of fish, right? But the meat was like a white. It was white. I want to say marlin, like blue marlin or something. I think it was blue marlin. But it was cut up in cubes, and it was, and they cook it. They cook this meat, the fish meat, in a vinegar type mixture, and that the vinegar has a chemical reaction with the acids or something in the meat, and that's how it's cooked. Okay, it's not cooked on the grill. It's cooked just like that, and then they serve it to you. Oh my gosh, it's like the best things. I'm gonna tell you guys, the last time, like last year when we went, I ate so much of that. That's all I wanted. And I was like, we're going to Jerry's Grill. We're going to Jerry's Grill. We went to another restaurant. Like, they got Ken Lau. I want Ken Lau. But that's the best tasting dish. So, the food, what really turned me on. And I also noticed the style of food. Like, the food it's a different mix of cultures, okay? There's Filipino style food, traditional, like province food, different traditional Filipino food mixed with, I won't say Spanish, mixed with Japanese, some American, and some, and I also compared some of the Filipino food to my mother's food, like my family's food, like Southern, like United States Southern style cooking. It feels like, and it looks like it's in with Filipino food. Okay, so we can probably go back through history and match some things up, and there's some things in there that's cooked just like Southern Black American food from the South. That's what it tastes like. Or people from the South, they cook like a certain way, like cornbread, and they cook a certain way. But it's all these cultures like mixed up in one, and they come up with these delicious dishes. It is so good. Now, I can't stop talking about the food. I can keep on going with that forever and forever. But so the food, what made me feel more attached. The people made me feel more attached. The non-stress type of environment made me feel made me feel more, what I'm trying to say, it made me feel not stressed but more attracted to the Philippines. Like the laid back mentality of the Philippines made me love it even more. Okay, now when I say like non-stressful, now for people in the US, it's like work, go home, watch a little TV, enjoy your family, and go to sleep and wake up, do it again. It's like, it's just constant. Like, and be on time. If you're late, you're gonna get fired. All this craziness, right? But in the Philippines, when you're there, it's not like that to a certain extent. Philippines has like their own Philippine time. Okay, it's like, we know we got to be there, so traffic may hold us up, or we're gonna be there. So when there's a party or something going on, people already know you're gonna show up. They already know that you may be an hour late or whatever. They know you're gonna show up. So I did pick up on that. What else drew me to it? Seeing the water, seeing the ocean, the atmosphere, the air, the freshness of the, like, being like up near the mountains, especially when I went to like Tagaytay, like near the volcano. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. That was like amazing. That place is amazing. It's so powerful and amazing. It's just the land, everything about the Philippines is just warming. Like, I cannot come up with one word to describe like what it is, okay? And I guess that's why people use the word paradise, because they feel like it's paradise, like everything, okay? But there are some downsides when you're in the Philippines, like the convenience, your personal space, you know, is kind of you don't have your own zone. You know, most people have their own zone, like, don't cross my zone because this is my personal space. That really don't exist in the Philippines because there's so many people. But it's not intentional, it's just the way it is because it's so populated. Manila is probably the most populated place over there. And things go on like non-stop. Like, in certain areas, certain cities, in certain province, it runs like 24 hours. Like Manila is like non-stop. People, there's karaoke, people singing throughout the night. There's no, you don't call the police for noise pollution like they do here. Like if you're singing here, if you're singing and your neighbors are next door, they will literally call the police on you and the police will come over and say, hey, you need to turn it off. Or in some subdivisions in the United States, they will say like, okay, after 10 o'clock, there's no loud music. Like, they really enforce the rules. So, but in Philippines, that's normal. You're gonna hear the dogs barking. You may hear cats fighting. You definitely gonna hear somebody down the street or somewhere with a couple of chickens or roosters. You may even hear some of the geckos geckoing, making the sound that they make. But all that noise, the jeepney, the loudness of the jeepneys, the combustion of the jeepneys, the backfiring of the jeepneys, the rumble of the motorcycles, like that, you're going to hear all these noises that you're not used to. But in somehow, some way, those sounds of the jeepney and the sounds of the roosters and all those noises, sometimes it's soothing. Like, you can literally go to sleep. I don't know why, but for me, I hear that and I can go to sleep. It's so soothing, even though not if it's like too loud. So, and there's times where I'm here at home, I watch YouTube, and I will see, they have, like, a lot of people do walking vlogs, right? In the Philippines, they just walk, they don't say nothing, they just walk through the alleys, they walk through the streets, and you hear all these noises of the Philippines, and you're laying on your couch, and it's like, you're laying there, and then all of a sudden you're just like, in your sleep. And it's soothing. It's very soothing, especially like if it's raining. And in that, oh man, it's like the best thing ever. But I can go on and on and on. I don't want to make this video too long. It's Friday. I'm about to go in here and play some of my lucky lottery numbers and hope. I'm not going to say hope. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to win and collect the money and travel, okay, and go to the Philippines. That's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to go in here and win and collect the money. All right, guys, I have to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new, please hit the subscribe, okay? Hit the subscribe. Salamat, mahal kita to my people, and what else? And I think the next video, you know what? I'm going to talk about the vloggers that I started watching after I got interested in the Philippines. I'm gonna name all the vloggers that I used to watch up until now, okay? But thank you guys. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.